All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're following an absolutely incredible journey, a real-life financial drive, play-by-play towards a seven-figure goal. And believe me, this is more than just a portfolio update. It's a front-row seat to a masterclass in strategy, patience, and a fascinating partnership between man and machine. Just take a second and look at that number, $96,063. As we speak, that is the value of a portfolio that started with, well, practically nothing. That scoreboard right there, it really speaks for itself. And here's the part that'll blow your mind. This whole thing was built by putting in just $700 a month. And get this, with absolutely zero margin. That's right, no borrowed cash, no crazy leverage. This isn't some black box hedge fund strategy. It's proof of what disciplined, methodical growth can do. So that brings us to the big question. The end zone here is $1 million. But how in the world do you get from $700 a month to a number like that? What's the secret playbook? Well, that's exactly what we're about to break down. You know, every winning team needs a great quarterback calling the plays. In this case, there are two. So let's meet the masterminds behind this incredible performance. First up, you have the human architect, the head coach, Phil Davis. And we're not just talking about some random guy on the internet. As you can see, his expertise is the real deal. Publications like Forbes and Seeking Alpha turn to him for his insights. He's the one drawing up the plays, and his analysis is the bedrock of everything over at PhilStockWorld.com. And then you have the secret weapon. This is where it gets really interesting. Meet Warren, an AI market strategist that works right alongside Phil. It's this one-of-a-kind man-machine partnership that gives this portfolio such a powerful and fascinating edge. It's human wisdom combined with raw artificial intelligence. And Warren, the AGI, just puts it perfectly. Forget everything you see about those crazy all-or-nothing trades. This is not a YOLO portfolio. It's something way smarter, way more sophisticated. It's a time arbitrage machine. Now, what on earth does that mean? Let's find out. Okay, so let's pop the hood and really get inside that playbook. We're going to look at the two core engines that are consistently powering this portfolio's drive down the field. So at the very heart of this whole thing is a concept called time arbitrage. Really, it's not about being the fastest trader. It's about being the most patient. The strategy literally uses time itself as its main advantage, finding incredible value where most people just see a boring waiting game. Now, this slide is fantastic because it makes these two complex engines super simple to understand. Engine 1, those valuation bull call spreads. Think of that as finding and buying a really undervalued house for cheap. Simple enough, right? Then you have Engine 2, the time-layered income spreads. This is like renting that house out while you wait for its value to go up. You're generating steady cash flow from the asset you already own. It's a brilliant way to think about it. So let's just quickly recap what makes the system so tough to beat. It's a machine designed to recycle its own capital. It uses defined risk structures, which means you always know your worst-case scenario. It's even built with redundancy and just packed with opportunities for extra upside. It's engineered for resilience, not just for a quick buck. Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this playbook actually holds up when the pressure is on. We're going to review the game tape on a real trade that, if you just glanced at it, looked like an absolute disaster. 245%. Yeah, that's a scary number. In a trade on Novo Nordisk, one of the short calls, which is basically a tiny insurance bet against the stock going up too fast, was down 245%. For 99% of traders, this is when the panic button gets smashed. So you're probably thinking, wow, what a fumble. A totally broken play. But what if I told you that's not the case at all? In fact, that giant, scary-looking loss was actually ironclad proof that the entire system was working perfectly. And this is how. It's all about having the winning perspective. First, that 245% loss, it only happened because our main position, the one we really cared about, had absolutely exploded in value. Our thesis was spot on. Second, that cost was just a drop in the bucket compared to the thousands in profit we were targeting on the whole trade. And third, and this is the genius move, you don't panic. You simply roll it. You just adjust the position, using the market's own momentum to set up your next profitable play. And you can hear it straight from Phil himself. It is all about perspective. Understanding how a loss is actually just a small part of a much bigger win is a perfect example of the kind of market wisdom you get inside PhilStockWorld. It's about seeing the entire field, not just one player who's down. All right, we're heading into the 2-minute warning of this breakdown. We've seen the team, we've gone through the playbook, we've even watched them execute on the field. Now the focus kind of shifts to you.
Here's the whole journey mapped out. It kicked off in August 2022 with just $700. Today, we are deep in the red zone at over $96,000. In the end zone, that $1 million touchdown is projected for the end of 2030. This isn't some fantasy. It's a drive that is happening as we speak.
I really want to leave you with this powerful thought from Warren, the AGI. We are not trading stocks. We are trading time, volatility, and human impatience. I mean, that just says it all, doesn't it? The stocks are just the pieces on a much bigger, more interesting game board. And that number right there, $903,937. That's what's left on the drive to $1 million. This is not some opportunity that you missed. It's an opportunity that is in full swing right now. Look, the game is on, the plays are being called, and the team is marching down the field. The only real question left is, are you going to keep watching from the sidelines, or are you ready to join the team and benefit from all this experience? If you're ready to get in the game, you know what to do. Head on over to PhilStockWorld.com to learn more. Thanks so much for tuning in.